what's up with YouTube? It's Dig, it's Raptor Wood here, and today I'm reviewing the Netflix original series She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, or the Princess of Power. I'm not sure what it is. I'm pretty sure it's princesses because there's another S at the end, because there's an S after the E. So I'm pretty sure it's the Princesses of Power. And I know the show has had a lot of backlash because of the art style and how it ends with. I know the show has had a lot of backlash. I don't see why. I mean, it's a good show. This will not be my only Netflix original series review, as you guys may know, because I am still watching Voltron Legendary Defender. I might have to restart that from the very beginning because I'm blanking on the whole. I'm blanking on the first couple of seasons, and I'm definitely going to be rewatching She-Ra. So we do. So in just in case I want to do just in case I want to re-review the show. But for now, this is my main review of the show, and it's my first review of the show. So where do I start? I guess I'll just start with the first episode, the sword, part 1. Basically, it's about. I'll just start with the premise of the show. She-Ra and the Princess of Power is basically about a girl named Adora who is living with these group of people called the Horde, and they have taken over this planet called Etheria. Now, what she doesn't know is that she's supposed to become She-Ra, who's a really cool. Of course, if you've seen the original show, you kind of get the premise of it. But this show has nothing to do with the original show, which I think that's one of the reasons why there's so much backlash for it, because no one likes this show, and which I guess that's why there's so much backlash for this show. Because it's not like the original. I wasn't expecting it to be like the original show. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I liked it. Because it was different. It was a different take on the character of She-Ra. And then you think. But nevertheless, this is a good show. To me, it's a very good show. There's a lot of hints and nods to the possible future. And, of course, this show is done by DreamWorks. And, by the way, DreamWorks, keep doing your own thing if you have another show planned for Netflix, do it! Like, don't make it like the original show. Change it up. Change up the art style. Just make it good. Because, oh my god, this show was... I mean, when I first started watching the show, I started watching the show back when I started watching the show a long time ago. Like when it first came out. On Netflix. Which was back when my mom lived in her old place. Back when I was still living with my grandparents. And my mom said this is not her She-Ra. That's why I said, and I said, well, it's not supposed to be your She-Ra, it's supposed to be my She-Ra. And I was right, because, I mean, if parents have little kids, and they like superheroes, or parents of little girls, and they like I don't know, like Barbie or something like that, then they'll like She-Ra and the Princess's Power. I like it. And I'm not saying that because I'm a little girl, because I'm not, obviously. But it's a good show. I highly recommend it for anyone who is a fan of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Speaking of which, DreamWorks. There's an idea for you. There's a show for you to do right there. Now, of course, She-Ra is not an now, in this version, there were two She-Ras. And they're on a planet called Etheria. There was Mara, the first She-Ra. And she was told to use the heart of Etheria, which would basically destroy the world. Adora, who is the second She-Ra, almost did use the heart of Etheria. But that didn't happen because she broke the sword. She broke her sword. Now, one of the reasons why I like this show so much is because there's a lot of LGBTQ characters in it. The main male lead, Bo. He has two dads. We get a glimpse of what a princess couple is like. Of two princesses in season 4, season 4, season 5, which of course this show only has 5 seasons. And of course those princesses are Spinnerella and Natasha. Then we get a glimpse of what. Then towards the end, we get a glimpse of what Adora's future will look like, with Bo and Glimmer being a couple, which by the way, when I first started watching the show, totally called it. And then of course, there's Adora and Katja, who I personally wanted to be a couple from the very beginning. But nevertheless, this show is phenomenal. I love the show. And again, I do highly recommend it. But I cannot recommend the show without giving you a little bit of without giving some nitpicks, personally. First of all, the so-called failsafe for the heart of Etheria, which is their mega super weapon, that Adora uses to defeat the main bad guys, which is Horde Prime. What can I say about that? Why is it in the shape of a heart? Like, when she first gets it, it's literally in the shape of a freaking heart. Like, I don't get that. I mean, and second of all, when she becomes She-Ra for the final time at the end of the show, why does everything turn to grass? Like, why does those barren wastelands become grasslands? And since when does the sword have the power to turn everything into lush green fields? And of course, I can't. And when can the sword turn a giant freaking alien spaceship into a freaking space tree? Like, that I seriously don't get. But again, they're just minor nitpicks. Again, these are just nitpicks. I'm not saying the show's bad for that. I mean, again, I do love the show. In fact, I love the show so much, I'm going to rate it right now. Give it a good like. In fact, we'll get more shows like this. There's Avatar, Wakfu again, Dragon Prince, Korra, Soul Hunters, Glitter Force, which again, Glitter Force Doki Doki, which I need to watch that. See, I'll finish and review that. Wizard, Tale of Arcadia, I'll need to watch that. Glitter Force, need to watch that. The original Glitter Force of Electronic Defender. Need to rewatch that to fully do the review. I think possibly I'll do that sometime later this year. I'll probably do something later next year. There's a lot of shows that are like She-Ra and the Princess's Power. There's Lego L, Secret of the Elendale, 12 Forever, and of course Pokemon Journeys, and The Hollow, whatever that is. But yeah, so there are a lot of shows that are like She-Ra on Netflix, but I think we need a new. But I think we need to do. But I think DreamWorks needs to tap. It needs to do He-Man next in the Masters of the Universe. Now again, I don't care. Again, me personally, I don't care about the art style. I just want a good show. Again, I don't really care about art style for cartoons. Okay, now that makes you sound like a freaking hypocrite there. I do care about art style for good cartoons and good reboots. Case in point, the new Bakugan cartoon. Well, technically that's an anime since Bakugan originally started in Japan. But then it's been over back here, so yeah. So technically that's technically an anime. Oh no, Ben 10. I hate that art style. Because that's not a good show. The reboot of Ben 10. Not the old one, or Alien Force, or Ultimate Alien, or Omniverse. Those I like. Teen Titans Go. I hate that with a burning passion. But do I hate She-Ra and the Princesses of Power? I do not. Will I rewatch the show? Hell yes. Will I do another review of the show? Yes. Should I restart the show before I did the review? Yes. Will I do it with Voltron? Yes, possibly. I'm not sure yet. I'm still a little iffy on that one yet. I don't want to lose my place, but then I don't want to lose my place, but then I don't want to not rewatch the whole first 2 seasons of the show, which are freaking fantastic. And incredibly fucking short. Now short in season 3 though. What the fuck? But yeah. So again, I highly recommend She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. To me, it's a damn good show. It deserves more recognition, and it definitely deserves more love. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I was going to do this review yesterday, but my mom got home, and I didn't feel like watching last half of the episode. Of the very last episode of the very last season, showing the Princess's Power until today, so I can actually review it when I'm alone. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. As always, and of course, I'll be back soon with many more videos. So don't miss out. This is Dr. Lord signing off. Peace.